Hey up, governors.
Hello, everyone. I did it anyway. Hello, everyone. This is Matt, ESC United. We're just laughing because I always introduce myself apparently as hello,
Yeah.
everyone.
Hey up, governors.
I tried not to say it, but I did it
How's it
anyway.
going?
Hit it.
In case you didn't know, this is ESC United's live stream live. Obviously, that's why it's called live stream from the press center. This is we're approaching actually the first individual rehearsals of the United Kingdom and France. And let me just explain to you real quick how this works. During the first round of individual rehearsals, we are not allowed to broadcast the video or audio. The EBU strictly prohibits that. So don't get mad at us. But what we're doing here is we're going to sit here in the press center and give you a quick overview of what's happening and our impressions and just how the camera work is done. Because we are you will not see the camera work until basically Saturday, the grand finale. That's crazy if you think about it, right?
Yeah. We're almost there already.
I know, right? So that's why we're going to give you a quick overview. There will be pictures, of course, posted by Eurovision.tv, as well as a 30-second clip from a video camera angle somewhere in the audience, or in the arena, I should say. But it will not be the same as what we're looking at. But as pointed out, we are not allowed to record the screens. You are not even allowed to hear the audio. So what we're going to do is mute the stream when the song comes on, and we'll unmute it when it's done and give you our impressions. And that's basically what we are doing. We'll also chat with you and see what's going on. Again, it's United Kingdom and France. So, what the hell? I just realized what you guys are doing behind me. So the people behind me are just trying to be funny, and they kind of succeeded. I'll give them that.
Ooh, kinda.
It was funny, stupid and childish and immature, which is kind of the same thing. No, seriously. To my left is, you know him by now, Sean.
British Sean.
The British Sean. I have to have him on camera because he's
This
British.
is the worst part of every Eurovision, is just before the UK rehearsals.
Yes, it could go. It could
It's-
be really good or not quite the opposite, basically.
Yeah.
So we want to get his true and honest reaction and response to the Lucy's performance. So don't fake it. Be natural. If you don't have an expression, don't force one, right?
I try not to have an expression when I'm watching it because I try and take it all in, but it
Well,
depends
please.
what-
I mean, I
depends
know
what we
you well
see.
enough by now that you cannot. You're usually more like you watch it. It's gonna win.
I watch it for.
It's
No,
gonna
I
win.
don't.
Yes,
no,
you
I
do.
don't.
That. It's gonna win.
No,
Yes, you
when
do.
have I ever said the UK's gonna win?
No, I just in general. I was not using Italy
for
for
other-
instance.
yeah.
When that's your
That's
natural
different.
reaction. No, listen to me. I'm saying that any country. I just use one example, but that's a natural reaction for you. For instance, any country, it's gonna win. That's gonna win.
Okay.
It's gonna end last. It's done. That's your kind of reaction, That's your
No,
natural kind of thing.
I'm normally careful.
That looks
considerate.
amazing.
It just depends on the.
That you're not more like a whoa what kind of guy. You're more like that looks amazing. That's what you've been doing.
God. I'm
Doggy
actually
loves.
nervous. I know she's going to be a good performer, but
Yeah, she
it's
is.
the BBC and staging. That's.
Yeah, it has to do better than last year's attempt. This one is by miles better. Lucy needs to. I mean, to me, it's an okay song. I don't quite connect with it per se, but I acknowledge, the vocal capabilities of the singer, and it's a very pretty arrangement. It's just a little dull. It's kind of far as my personal taste is concerned, but I wouldn't mind seeing a result on the left side of the scoreboard. Shouldn't say that too loud. I don't want to jinx it for you guys.
I think we do enough jinxing on our end. It doesn't really matter. Yeah.
So anyway, so the first rehearsal will kick off in just a few minutes for Lucy. That's our last broadcast of the day, United Kingdom, then France. Then we're going to turn this stuff off and we'll take a break. Tomorrow morning we'll be back at 9 a.m. Central European time. And then we'll have 12 of the semi-2 participants rehearse for the second time. And we'll take you inside the arena where you get to watch the whole thing. live on East United from the arena. You can see all 3 rehearsals in a row from each participating country. It's a long day. Get a few snacks and drinks ready, but it's going to be fun. Anyway, so I see a question here. Don't you think that the UK should have sent Hertz sometimes?
I think the ship sailed for Hertz. That was like 2009.
I don't know them that well. I just saw.
They're not relevant anymore.
Were they ever big in the United States? I don't think so. I heard of the name, but I
They
don't
weren't
know
even that
them.
big in the UK. It's
No.
just that they were making decent music and they wanted to do.
Because
Eurovision
for like
people.
years they've been mentioned, but I don't know them that well. But I assume they were huge. But I've
They
never.
can do better than Hertz anyway.
What about Greece? Greece seems to be more, not polarizing, but certainly different opinions here. I thought it looked great, but Demi has issues with her vocals, with the big note in particular. And that bothers me, but I love the staging.
Ignoring it.
What do you think? What did you think about Greece?
Oh, it was a good performance, yeah. She needs to work on, well, her and the backing singers need to match their vocals better in the arena at
Fair.
least.
It's time they're different keys.
It didn't
Since I
sound
think
great.
different keys, it seems
Yeah,
like
it didn't sound great in the arena.
Yeah, it didn't sound great on TV either. So that's something we have in common. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. The United Kingdom, since this is their first rehearsal, they have 30 minutes to rehearse. Yeah. So at 6:35 until 7:05, and then France also gets 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Sing, mama. 30 minutes as well, and then at 7:40 our time, which is 6:40 Central European time, we're done. Done. We're not ignoring you. We're working. um, the staging is great. I agree with what Rob0888 is saying. We already distributed it, right? Okay, cool. I'm just going to do it on Twitter. So let's hope. Did anybody check, you guys, the odds? Since
I can.
yeah, just check the odds, just out of curiosity. I want to see if there have been any changes with.
Oh,
Oh, Lucy's already on stage, but she has like a minute probably before.
she's wearing gold. Seems gold dress.
She seems focused right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's wearing a
Game
gold.
face, girl.
Girl,
There we go.
rock it. All right,
Mute.
we'll meet you. We'll see you in 3 minutes.
Love you.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not working.
Oh,
Mike's not working.
mic's not working. So she started singing, and she's like, because the microphone is not working. Italy's. Oh,
Italy's basically odds-on favourite, yeah.
yeah, and they're shortening it seems like
Yeah.
on top
Well,
of it.
yeah, because everyone's been seeing that.
Yeah, but look at Portugal.
Well, look at the next one is 8. 8, like
Yeah.
8 to
I mean,
1.
but Portugal is also shortening a lot. Sweden dropped one spot actually.
Yeah.
And Portugal becomes
Right.
second.
Okay, I think we're nearly ready.
Yeah, they're
It looks
getting.
like she's standing in some kind of mirrored.
Romania
thing.
6 now. Didn't realize it that high. Anyway, yeah. So she's getting ready. She's sitting in some kind of mirror thing, right? What is
Yeah,
that?
I don't know what that is. We'll see.
We'll see. So
They're trying visual effects.
I think it's gonna look good. Like I'm really excited. At least I'm trying something. So that's already
Yeah.
something. I know. Like,
Go, girl. Right.
all right. I think we'll wait.
Go, Lucy.
And they've given us a fake draw of 26, which is nice.
UK was
Very
good.
kind
We'll
of
find
them.
out. Since we're waiting for the first
Tell
rehearsal.
me a secret. I keep them safe. No sign of fear.
Tick tock, tick.
Oh. International. Right, we're nearly ready.
Okay, we're nearly ready. I think it's gonna be a really cool first angle shot. Shot at the angle. Now the UK is getting ready right now. They're having some minor technical difficulties with the microphone. All right, here we go. So I'll be back in 3 minutes. See ya.
Or not.
Okay, they're having more issues.
Oh, I feel so bad for her. She's in the zone. And she
I know, she was totally in it. Hey, there we go. See you in 3 minutes.
Yeah. Finally.
1996. All right. So this was Lucy Jones. So first of all, she stands at center stage and has two clowns next to her
Mesmerizing.
and a little goat statue in front of her. There's like a juggler on the side, which was really weird. I didn't expect it. A juggler. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. None of that happened. Sean, why don't you explain what happened?
Okay, hang on. Let me come down a second. Hang on. Oh, right. Okay, so she's standing in this. It looks like a sort of clamshell, but a mirrored
Like a mirror
thing.
clamshell, yeah.
But it seems to have screens in as well.
Yes.
And so you can see like there's three of Lucy basically
Yes.
behind her. She's wearing a gold dress. And then through all of sort of the big moments of the song, there's like a burst of stars out there. I mean, and then it turns gold, and it's all. I fucking loved that.
You did?
I thought that was brilliant.
So every
That was
time.
very effective.
So yeah, she is in that shell thing, and it's a mirror camera thing. Not think of it because it's very different. But when Valentina was sitting in like that shell thing, just picture that kind of view, but with mirrors and cameras.
And nowhere near as tacky.
Yes, correct. I was gonna say that.
Classy version of that. Sorry.
So
Yeah.
then she was standing there like her microphone stand, singing that song. She was wearing like a golden dress, and you see all these like stars kind of floating up and down along the stage behind her, above her, underneath her. And every time this boom sound comes, it's like almost like a star explosion kind of thing, which happens like at least a handful of times. And it's very effective, I think. It's like boom. I'll never give up.
See, I'm gonna be biased.
And then
it
it gets sucked into like herself at some point. It's a very, very effective staging.
I'm glad you thought it was effective.
No, it
I want
was.
to hear what you guys think because I'm going to be biased.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it looked really, really good. The BBC did a good job putting that into action. You guys are going to be very, very pleased.
Yeah.
Regardless of the outcome, next Saturday. I think the staging looks really
For the first
really
time,
good.
our camera angles are on point.
Yes,
We've actually got proper camera
Yeah.
angles. This
She
year.
starts actually singing like the camera's above her at first, right? The very
Yeah.
first shot, she was kind of like singing like this. She was really close up, actually.
But it's in the mirror, isn't it?
Was it in the
The
mirror?
first shot is
Oh, it was a
of
reflection.
her reflection. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that.
And then it turns to her.
It looks basically, well, yeah, not less tacky as Sean said. It's like San Marino 2014, but in black with stars flying around, and the it's not the shell or the fan, whatever you want to
No.
call it, was mirrors and probably cameras. If we looked at it right, we have to look at it again. And that's it. It's mostly just black the stage the entire time, and the backdrop as well with this golden stars. I think was it white, golden? I don't remember what colors they used.
White at first, and then gold.
And then
first,
gold later. So that's all there is, and it looks amazing. They get like blown out, like explode out at certain notes, and then they get sucked into her or like the shell again at some point, just to explode again, and like waves of stars. So it was done. It's very effective. It's very very effective, and it suits the song. That is my opinion. I'm gonna ask Effa. Do you agree with what we were saying, or?
Yeah, I just want to add something for United Kingdom. Throughout the Eurovision history in the United Kingdom, we see lots of, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about 2000 and 2016.
Yes.
Between these process, United Kingdom didn't make me excited. Just except 2011, it was blue. And now she looks so naive. She looks like pure. She looks like gold.
Mm-hmm.
I like her. She's cool, but her song is also touching me.
Okay.
So I think
The staging looked good?
Yeah. Also the staging did good. It was good. It was full of gold. It was full of like explosions.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it.
Okay. So, like, what do you think, Zach? Did you like it? Okay.
Sorry, it's just so rare for me to see the UK rehearsal and someone go, I really like it afterwards.
Yeah.
It's such a rare thing.
Yeah.
Such
So-
a long time to say, actually.
So no, it looked. We think it looked really, really good. It was very effective, and
What did you think? That's all we can have. All we can
you're
wish
glad
for.
they didn't screw it up, basically. Okay.
I mean, the moment that was when you decide, and I was listening to the songs, I instantly fell in love with Lucy Jones, and I'm glad that she won, and now I'm glad that she is there, stunning properly. This is what she deserves.
And the staging you liked too, though?
Definitely.
Okay.
I mean, okay. I'm happy that we visited school now practically.
Yeah, BBC did not mess it up. Whew. Big sigh of relief here. But no, it was very effective, and
Relax now.
yeah, you can relax
Yeah.
now. And all the fans of the song from the UK, and our British viewers, relax. It's that. This could be the UK's best result in years.
Wow, okay.
They totally deserve
So
it.
what?
18th place is pretty
18th?
good, yeah.
Top 10 for the UK.
Really?
Right now.
Wow.
Top 10
okay.
is pushing it, but we'll see. She could. If this could be a jury love fest. But I don't know if that's really gonna happen. But London could be. London 2018 is not. I don't think in the stars. Oh, stars! Do you see what I said? Zing.
Left side front.
So it's all about stars and black backgrounds and a pretty golden dress and the mirror effects that she's in that little shell. I want to see how that's. I wonder if they're going. No, that's going to be.
I
any
think it'll get
fireworks.
better as well.
You think
I
so?
think she was holding back on her vocals.
She has a musical theater voice.
Yes, well, she's a musical theater person. Wasn't she in Rent right now?
And Jade
Yeah.
did really well. So
She's like the best vocal we've had in a long time.
Yeah, basically since Jade, I want to say.
So 1 to 10, what do you guys give?
Just the staging?
Just the overall at this point.
6 by FF.
8th.
What do you give it?
Can I give it a diplomatic 5? Because I don't want to like.
All right.
I'm not sure where to go with
If
it.
I give it the entire staging, I give it an 8.
Oh my god, me and you so totally agree with
Okay.
shitless of stuff.
You what?
Me and you agree with shitless of
I
stuff.
know we cannot have we did our prediction for the summer one. Like Fernando's and mine were like almost identical, with a few exceptions. But other than that, we didn't peak. You know, that's the crazy part.
And we concluded that great minds think alike.
Yeah. Basically, that's what it comes down to. So, but it was a great performance, I think, and I think Sean can relax. I know he was super uptight and nervous a
Yeah.
little bit because it's the BBC
Because I
after
know
all.
what the BBC
It
are
is
like.
the BBC, so I think they did a really good job. Again, whether or not this is going to translate into actually receiving votes is a different story, but I don't think this will hurt her. It can only help her. Is that fair to say?
Oh, it was better than I was expecting. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
really bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It needed something,
It needed
but
something.
it was understated, which is what I
Yeah.
like.
I think it's actually a
I
good
didn't want it to get
compromise.
ridiculous.
Because Zach made a point earlier, now she should just be in the spotlight and just in white. I thought, but I think they kind of kept that idea,
Yeah.
but still added a little bit of, like pretty and beauty to it without taking the
Would you be able
spotlight
to go
off
take
of her.
photos?
What?
Would you be able to go take photos?
So I get what you're saying. So
I can if you want.
Yeah.
everyone can be
Just need a
happy.
camera.
UK staging.
Yeah. Can you show him how to?
I don't think any of the
No, it's Spain.
countries rehearsing tonight it really has messed up the staging. I know you didn't like Spain, but I liked it, and I think a few others did. I don't think anyone today has really messed up the staging. We had a lot more semifinalists who messed it up. That doesn't mean I think Spain is going to do great now, but it was at least appropriate for what this for the theme of the song, I guess. You cannot watch the UK and France yet, Frankie, but at least you will get something on Eurovision.tv soon, a 30-second clip, which will come up eventually, probably in like 30 minutes, depending on how quick they are, unless somebody leaks it again. There have been lots of leaking.
The BBC won't allow any leaks.
Well, it's not up to
Impossible.
them. If there are people in the audience, the BBC cannot be like, you're not allowed to be in here. They don't have that kind of power.
You'd be amazed how much power the BBC have. Nothing leaks out the BBC.
It leaked before.
No.
No, that I think you're wrong on that one. You don't think the BBC is going to come in here and say nobody but us is going to be in here? The people in the center, they could easily. Somebody
Well,
in
there
of
won't
the
be a
staff
leak.
people can record it. So just because it's the BBC does not mean.
I'm almost certain there won't be a leak.
But based on what?
The BBC.
That's not a complete answer.
All right, getting back to focus.
The
Just asks,
BBC,
what is the
yeah.
worst staging so far,
Today, tonight,
or just all together?
I have to look at all the countries. Montenegro. That's pissing you off. I don't know. Georgia's was fairly boring, I would say. I'm not a fan of Australia's.
I would say Serbia.
Serbia was pretty bad too, yes. I agree. Um, Serbia was very disappointing.
Yeah, I'd say Serbia. Oh, we have to mute for 3 minutes.
Alright.
Don't know.
Wow. Why should you stop singing?
Earpiece, I think.
So, Lucy stopped singing halfway through the song. I think she was pointing at her earpiece not working. So they just stopped. Um,
Oh, it wouldn't be the UK without drama, would it?
I know that. I remember Mali doing the same thing. So yeah, so
we can't just have 1 year of just everything going right.
by the way, there were like at least one or two little changes to the camera work. So they're already making changes. There were also green stars actually exploding out of there as well, so I saw that as well. Oh, they gave us a little bit shot of that weird looking shell thing. It's hard to say though what it is.
It looks like the bottom's got its own LED screen that's reflected.
Oh, I see. Alright. The cool thing is because it kind of blends in with the background to a degree, you know, without making it like, because like with Azerbaijan, my problem is you have that box and it feels like it's some in the middle of the stage, and why is there a box?
But it's like it's quite fluid, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
And it
kind
goes
of
to the
very much
background.
so. It doesn't feel like it's just there. It works with it. So yes, the UK staging, I'm very, very excited about. Hopefully her earpiece will work now. Take this message off. I think they're getting ready, but until are ready, I will take this off. There's also a little bit of reflection of her dress, like you see a little golden there, as she's singing like above her. Jeez, the camera guy's wrong. And now she's zooming into. Okay, anyway. Hey, that's what rehearsals are there for, right?
The UK love their props, don't they? Last couple of years, we've had massive props every year.
We didn't have a lot of props last year, did you? What kind of props did you have last year?
We had the two drummers. I think they were drummers.
Yeah,
On
I guess it was
the big light stages.
Yeah, I guess. So I wonder if this is. Oh, now they turned off the screens.
Yeah.
So Alma's like, thanks, Lucy. Now I have to wait.
Ever the
Because I'm gonna
professional.
run over because
one
of your
take and
stupid
done.
earpiece not working.
One take and done.
So make sure you check Eurovision.tv. Oh, Eurovision.tv. They'll put up links soon. Because they'll put up those 30 seconds clips. Anyway, so we have the United Kingdom rehearsing for a second and a half time. So we'll be right back. I agree
She
with
doesn't
as well.
do it. She does it with the audience.
Yeah.
Next,
She sings to the
She
audience.
sings to in the national final. She sang to the audience, not the cameras.
That's probably why she's
I
a
think she
musical theater
prefers.
person.
Yeah,
That's
she
definitely
prefers
what
singing
comes
to the
down to her.
audience. I think.
Okay, so we were talking about. So just real quick before we go into what we were just saying about that, the stage turns from a little
Someone
bit.
there's just said it as well. Actually,
Yeah.
same kind
Oh,
of
we
thing.
agree. So just real quick before we talk about that, there's a little bit more where the stage turns a little dark reddish black rather than just staying black, and then adds a little bit more color at some point. But that's as bright as it gets in this performance. And my favorite part is when she hits the last chorus. It starts with how the stars get sucked into the shell and then explode immediately after all over the screen. It's so beautiful. It really just matches well together. So I really like that. But there are a few things that Zach pointed out, and I actually agree with it. Is number one that she makes some unnecessary hand gestures, pointing at the camera, like trying to grab you, kind of thing. Seems a little, I don't know if a natural is the right word. Yeah,
It's theatrical.
theatrical. Yes, she's a
her
theater
thing,
person. I
yeah.
get it. And the biggest problem is that she's not connecting with the camera as much as we would like to, I guess. And Sean pointed out though that she connects with the audience a lot, and that's what she sang to the audience in when she performed in the British national finals. And that is could be a problem. I don't know.
Maybe hard to do it in an empty arena.
And
Maybe
yeah, it is an empty arena. That is true.
Maybe it'll be better when there's actually people in there.
Yes.
So there's that connection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
and it's a
now
first
she has to
rehearsal.
fake it.
Yeah, it's
Right
a
now.
first rehearsal. So don't take it all like, no, she's screwed. It's just our observation, and that's why we're doing this. We're adding
Yeah.
commentary.
Yeah.
And
I'm still very pleased with the whole.
no,
thing.
it's no. We're not saying this is no shitty
No.
because of that. I'm just saying, who's being interviewed over there, by the way?
I don't know.
Somebody famous.
I have no idea.
So that is what it is. But you guys are going to like it. I wish you could see the camera
Those are
work.
the hosts they're interviewing.
Okay. I wish you could see the whole camera work. It looks really great. You get the 30-second clip, probably on Sunday, provided by the EBU, which gives you a very nice, just an idea of what it's going to look like. But the whole thing was done very well, and there are a few more camera shots that I'm not quite clear what they're trying to do, but that'll get fixed too.
It's a good question for Jurgen.
Which act plays the most with the audience and the camera?
We can't really tell without an audience.
I
that's
know
the
there's no
problem.
audience in there. Just have
So
these
we-
mannequins standing in
yeah.
there. But I see. Just look at Italy earlier. He was too involved with almost like entertaining it. So I could see him going super crazy about that. So I would say Italy again right now. Other than that, no, it will be him because even like when there's the Ale part in the audience, so they're really bringing the audience into the game, into the show. And I think Romania, there's going to be a lot of that as
Yeah.
well. Romania, Italy, those are the two that stand
Those
out.
two stood out to me.
Yes. So this was the UK's second run through. Oh, well, she had an extra one, a half one, where she decided to stop singing because I guess the earpiece was not working. I think. First the microphone, now the earpiece. What else? I think we're going for all the technical difficulties that there can
I'm
be.
not sure whether she's actually finished because she walked off at the end, or walked off the stage.
Oh, she did?
Yeah,
Well, maybe
but
she
I'm not
gave
sure
up
if
on the
she's-
second run.
I'm not sure if. Yeah, but she'd never give up on
She
you.
fulfilled her. Let's see. She has until. Oh yeah, technically it's a time's up. So I don't know if the EBU will give
They
her
should have.
another
They should
run
have
through.
more than 2 run throughs though.
They should. I'm sure she's gonna get another one.
Yeah, especially because of technical difficulties.
Yes.
Do you think she'll finish on the left side?
She could. It's potential.
I think she could.
She could potentially end up on the left side. The worst case scenario, I think it could be a Molly repeat. I think that's the worst I think she could get. Is that a fair?
17 is
Yeah.
still pretty. Yeah, for the UK that's decent. Unfortunately.
Yes.
So-
Lucy's rehearsal was good. We were just talking about it. France is next, by the way, which is the last country of the night. We don't know what that's going to have. After tonight, after French, we know them all. We've seen them all.
Yeah. That's
Crazy.
the only mystery left.
I
Already.
know. Unless we're going to have another surprise country joining in.
Yes.
But-
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan.
Russia's back.
I'm just kidding. We're here.
This time they mean business.
Just a reminder to we're here. We're not allowed to show the clips because it's the first round of rehearsals. The EBU does not allow any recording of audio or video, so we just provide you live commentary of the performances, and we will have to mute the live stream. But tomorrow we will be back in the arena live streaming from when and there, because 12, no,
It's a
15.
picture of our
15 of the semi-final two participants will rehearse tomorrow, starting with the Netherlands all the way to Israel. We will be in the arena. They get 20 minutes, meaning usually 3 run-throughs, and you get to watch them all, starting at 9 a.m. Uh, Central European time. So be there
So
or be
Matt,
square.
how do they deal? Buckfizz asks, how do they deal with like screening to make sure people don't have phones or not filming stuff? Like,
I'm not sure how, but I know that the BBC are very strict with stuff like that. I'd imagine they'd have some kind of procedure in there.
I think the EBU would have one in general as well.
Yeah.
No, there is a procedure, but keep in mind this is the broadcaster is mostly in charge of all the people in the
Yeah.
audience. It's not the BBC. It's not.
I think they would have
the
requested
EBU.
though. They probably would have said to them, make sure that there's no
Yeah,
leaks with this one.
but
I'm sure the BBC will be aware of the leaks of other countries over the last couple of days
that
as well.
could be. But if
I
there's
feel
one
like-
staff member just standing in there,
Yeah.
they can't say nobody can bring their phone. They can't do that.
I get that.
So that's what I'm talking about. They can maybe minimize it, but they cannot completely eliminate it. But yeah, some countries are more strict than others. I would think that the German, the big five broadcasters would be a little bit more particular about it for sure.
It looks like the BBC's put it on their own Twitter anyway.
Yeah, when the stars burst, like explode like that, that looks really impressive. I'm glad that you saw that. It looks really, really good. I can say trust our judgment, but why would you? You don't know us. But we believe. I think it was like unanimously decided it was good, with a few like Lucy maybe connecting a little bit more. But again, first rehearsal, there's nobody in the audience. This is the opportunity to get comfortable with the stage, and I think they got that accomplished. BBC posted 40 seconds of her performance on Twitter. Probably, yeah, well, that was probably approved by the Eurovision because they probably used the same clip.
Yeah, there's no camera.
Some leaks are by
angles.
their own countries, that is true. That is true. But some of them were actually by people within the arena who recorded screens or just the stage illegally.
Oh, they sure do.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
It looks even better on like on TV, because you can see the whole stage, not just that little section on there. What sort of mistakes do you see the most in the rehearsals? Camera movements or clothing problems, technical problems? I don't know. Clothing problems are a big issue. There are some, but that's what you do. Like with Estonia, they tried to figure, because Laura has this really expensive, beautiful dress, and they're trying to match what Koitome is wearing, and it didn't work, so they're gonna change it up. So there were no difficulties, it's just a learning experience. I think camera movements has been the biggest issue here. I don't think there have been a whole lot of technical difficulties as far as like certain effects not coming into play so that has been fine. It's mostly just camera movements, but that is, I think, usually the most common technical.
I feel like Bulgaria probably had stuff missing from their performance,
Could
because it
be.
seemed like there was a lot of like camera effects that didn't really work.
Yeah.
there. Oh, we are getting the UK again.
Yep. Oh, we are. There she is. She's probably just like, I need a cup of water, bitches. So we're running a few minutes behind. So Lucy gets one other round. I'm going to mute you, and then we're moving on to France. Talk to you in 3 minutes. All right. So, actually, what happened, Sean?
Fireworks.
Fireworks. Yes, we had.
The BBC's massive fireworks budget that rears its head every year.
They have quite a few actually. Like at the last chorus, when the big note happens, then when you see all, on the side of the stage, is like those pyro things coming out the ground.
Such a relief. All of that is just such a relief.
Such a relief. So,
Yeah.
there are some fireworks. So, pretty
Actually,
big.
really nice. The last one. Was
Sean
really
the
good.
King and Matt the Boss.
What?
That was really good.
Yeah, I agree. Now, but this was the UK. We only have France left, the last country to reveal the staging, and then we know them all. And then once again tomorrow we will be in the arena. You can watch the 15 remaining semi 2 participants rehearse for 20 minutes each. It's going to be another long day, but just grab your food, order a pizza, whatever, and watch them all on escunited.com. In addition, though, don't forget we are going out basically every day, every evening, either to Euroclub or some other events, and we will be live streaming on Facebook. So make sure you like us on Facebook if you want to watch some fun performances from artists or whatever. There will be archives if you can't be there live. That's fine, but you can watch them
Prayer
at a later
circle
point.
for Alma.
Huh? Prayer circle for Alma.
Alma.
I know that's more like meditating, I guess.
Golden circle.
They want you to summarize UK. There's a lot of people coming on. So just
Oh, geez. All right. Summarizing the UK. Do you want to do it or want me to do it?
You do it.
Oh, gosh. I was hoping you were going to say it. All right. So it's Lucy in, the center stage. She's wearing like a golden dress. And it's a pretty dress. Behind her, think of Sun Marina 2014, like a big shell fan looking thing behind her, but it's different in that sense that it's dark, it's like mirrors and possibly some kind of camera effect a part of it, so it doesn't look like that. So it looks like a black mirror shell basically right behind her. And basically what they're doing, she starts out singing, looking into a mirror, I get a reflection, but it looks like it's like a bird's view kind of shot. And when she's done, she just puts the microphone into the microphone stand,
fireworks as
and
well.
then just sings like that.
Ah, I
And the
missed
last, the
those.
last.
And
I think one of my teeth.
basically at that point, it's all about basically a very dark background and backdrop with a bunch of stars, white stars, golden stars. At some point, and some green stars. Right? So it usually during the chorus, what it does, it kind of bursts, explodes the stars, like I will never give up on you. So you see the stars kind of just flying out, and then at some point they get sucked back into the mirror, and then explode again. So it's all about that kind of effect. It's very peaceful, very quiet, but very effective. At the very end, during the last chorus, there will be pyrotechnics. Like they're coming out of the ground around the stage. They have all of that as well. So it's pretty effective, pretty cool, pretty neat. So that's basically what's happening. It's all about the stars. So just flying around stage. What we really like about it, it works well with the performance. It doesn't necessarily take out the spotlight from Lucy, but it complements it. And the nice thing is, it feels natural, like the big shell that we were talking about. It's not like it's just right there in the center and then there's the background. It almost blends in with the background, with the effects, with the monitors. It's not like there's like a separate piece on stage. It's like it blends in, and that makes it much nicer. Matt is really professional like that. Like what? So I thought it was very, very effective, and the BBC did a really good job making it look nice. It's gonna be difficult. The BBC on Twitter already posted a short clip. You can look at it. It gives you a quick idea of how the stars are exploding and bursting and then stuff for 40 seconds, I think. You will not really see the full effect until next Saturday in the finals, the way the camera work does it. But I can tell you, it looks really, really nice. And one thing you can say, you can, huh?
it's like the music video.
I didn't see the music
Yeah,
video.
it's like the
Yeah.
music
It's like the music video. Somebody's saying. By somebody, I mean Zach next to me. So it's a little bit like that, I guess. So think of the music video. So they're trying to do that effect, and if they succeed, they definitely succeeded. Then you should be very, very excited.
Yeah. Did you get him of in the Like actually.
The press reacted well to the UK. Yes, after the first run through, there was a good, healthy amount of applause in the press center. Granted, there were probably a healthy amount of British people here, so there's always certainly a certain level of bias. But then again, there were not a whole lot of applause during the Spanish performance, so who knows? But yeah, so that was overall a very well received response in here. So I don't think it's just us. Yes, as I said, if I don't get to your question because Zach has to leave for a second, don't hate me. I just got to do so many things at the same time.
Matt.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. The 3 minutes are as good as the 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I would say even better. Because the short clip on the BBC, you only see it from somebody shooting it from inside the arena. You don't see it like with the whole camera work the way it was done. It looks really, really good. There's one thing, and I said it earlier with Lucy. For some reason, I find it difficult for her to connect with the camera. It feels a little cold. But she's also a musical theater person. She tends to connect with the people in the audience. But there are no people in the audience yet. So since this is the first rehearsal, I expect that to improve as well. So relax. It's going to be okay. So I think the UK will be fine.
Yeah.
It's not, if they flop, then at least you cannot blame them for not trying.
I'll be proud of the performance at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
It should have. France should have started sooner.
So yeah, but the UK, you said France should have started. Excuse me, that's correct. But Lucy had a lot of technical difficulties, so we were running a little behind. So she got already a third run during like almost the dedicated time
Okay.
slot. So that's gotta push everything back at least 5 to 10 minutes. All right, everyone. Now it's time for Alma. Get nervous, get excited, whatever you want to do, or don't care. I mean, she has big shoes to fill, poor Alma, after Amir's, popular performance. Oh, there she is. Alma is on stage. Um, but she's not starting yet. She's wearing a glittery black
I have no idea what
sweater.
we're gonna do with this one.
I don't know either. It's like with a black sweater with like silvery kind of pearls on them. But anyway, I
La
got to mute you guys
France.
for 3 minutes because you know how it works. EBU does not allow any music. We'll be back. Okay, do you want to explain? You want me to do
I
it?
feel dizzy now. That was.
Not dizzy.
I don't know how you can explain it.
That's very difficult to explain. That's true.
It was a lot of sort of floating, flying, spinning cityscape, Inception-like cityscapes behind the.
Yes.
It's very pretty, I have to say.
It's that's lots of spinning going on.
Yeah,
Camera work.
I
It's
think
lots
it's
of
too.
spinning.
It's too much. Because she's just static. She's not
Yes.
dancing or anything, so it's a really weird combination. It
Well,
looks nice.
Yeah,
but
it looks nice, but there's something not quite right, but it's good. So let's break this down. So Alma is wearing like a very like thigh length, I guess. Was it me? No, it was
Thigh.
a thigh length. It's like this black with pearly, bedazzled kind of like pearly thing. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not ugly.
no.
It's pretty. She's a pretty lady anyway.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she's alone on stage. Backup singers are backstage, so you don't see her. So it starts out with some city, like far view from a city, like but airplane view kind of thing almost. And then, as Sean pointed out, it feels like the Inception kind of angle view, like birds flying like through a city or like over a city, a
Yeah.
city sky at night. And she's mostly static, as I said, standing in the same spot. It's all about the camera moving around her. There's a lot of spinning going on and a lot of lights, and it's mostly about city lights kind of thing. No, it's not Belgium. I mean, it just happens to have the same word in it. Lots of lights like that, and then there's this one real cool effect, but some people may think it makes people dizzy. It's city Paris at night, and the big old
Eiffel
Tower in the center of the stage.
Oh, when you say it, it sounds so cliche.
That sounds so, but it's like very obvious. It's a big Eiffel Tower, and the city lights. It looks like stars almost, and she stands on top of it, and then it spins like she is spinning around the Eiffel Tower, and the lights are spinning with her. So it's all about her standing in the center of the stage with the backdrop and the LED floor thing working with her, rather than her moving around. So there's a lot going on from that perspective. But that's basically in a nutshell what she's doing. Now the sound was once again pretty low, so I could not hear her very well.
She
Zach,
sounded fine to me.
she sounded fine to me, but Zach
It's
said
just the staging was. She sounded soft.
she sounded soft. Okay, keep in mind this is the first rehearsal, so she's not expected to go
Alright,
awful
you guys
loud.
sound very critical. I need to. All right,
Why was that critical?
that middle A part
Yeah.
with the spinning was freaking incredible.
Why was that critical?
I don't know. It just sounded like you guys were critical about it.
Did I say
It
anything
looked
negative?
nice, but I think it got to the point where there was
You think
too
it's
much
best to
spinning.
be
No,
objective,
it was
actually.
perfect.
I was totally objective,
It
right?
was perfect. I thought it was really good.
Um,
I thought the staging was like I walked when I came back to the bathroom. It started, and immediately I did a double take, and I was just like, "Whoa, this is different."
Yeah.
So
And I think Alma is super beautiful, but the stage was a little bit empty.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I like
it's
the
just her
backdrop.
on
I like
stage.
the LED lights. Let's
LED.
Yeah.
LED. Yeah.
I think that's a
the
problem I
thing.
have with Kiev right now in general is they take so many like far away shots this year
Yeah.
to make it look empty. If you don't have anyone on stage, don't have as many like far out
Mhm.
shots, and that doesn't apply to France, but a lot of other countries as well.
Yeah.
And that has been my issue. But no, I mean, I thought very objective. As far as my personal opinion is concerned, even though the Eiffel Tower is fairly like a cliche because it's France, the spinning part, it looks amazing. It's a very different approach what France is doing, because it's really, as I said, it's just her staying in one place and the camera's doing all the work from that. So they're doing like the 360 kind of work around her spinning, then also the from above the bird view kind of thing, and then you see the LED floor screen doing like some like circling stuff. So there is a lot of that going on. So it's all about the backdrop and the camera work around her. She's just in one spot. So it really comes down to whether people like it or people think it's just overwhelming and too cliche. I think there will people who will really like it, and people like this is too much. I think people would have maybe it's not what I thought was going to happen. Let's
No.
put it that way.
No.
Is that a fair thing to say?
Yeah.
I didn't expect her to go that way. My favorite part was definitely the Eiffel Tower, the spinning thing with the lights. That was
I liked
really
it when
neat
it was
effect.
spinning around the Eiffel Tower that way and not
Yeah.
going underneath it and over it.
Oh, yeah, that was-
was weird.
Yes.
That was too
Yes,
much.
we were talking about Alma, by the way. Somebody was asking.
Yeah.
Uh,
That should have been obvious from Eiffel Tower.
whether or not this is going to be improve or lower her chances, I don't know. I really don't know. I would not want to guess right now. There was not a huge response in the audience, I think. Was in the audience in the press center.
There was a decent response.
A decent, not as strong as some of the others, though, I want to say. Vocally, I said we couldn't hear her well because it was really low, but she sounded fine from what I heard. So, I think it's different, so it may work. She looks gorgeous, though. I hate her. I hate pretty people. I keep saying that. It's jealousy. So yes, she's I'm satisfied. I cannot point at one rehearsal today where I was like, "Oh, this sucks."
No, it's solid day from the Big Five.
Yes. Now, we're not talking about song quality. We're talking about the staging. Because there are songs, of course, we like and don't like. But if you just look at what they put together, it felt like at least if they Big Five cannot always don't always pull themselves together when it comes to like the songs. At least they did a pretty good, decent job with the staging.
What's that?
Matt, you are pretty people. Oh, shut up. Yeah, she's really pretty. So we're gonna watch. There were some camera issues as well. I know that some of the spinning stuff, there was a little bit of a thing that didn't quite work. Like she didn't move fast enough with the stars, and I know they're gonna fix that. Um, Correct. Don't judge vocals on first semi. That is correct. We're still gonna tell you. But don't think that this is everything. Like for instance with Blanche, it was a good indicator because she didn't sound that a little better, but she wasn't fantastic the second time either. Anyways, we're up for our second run. She's alone on stage, if you were asking, yes. Alright, see you. Talk to you in 3 minutes. Alright, so this was her second run through. She sounded vocally way better already. I'm gonna be honest, Zach and I agree on that, at least. We like the staging. We really do. It's just different. It's not what we expected from the song. Is that fair? Yeah, it's not what we really expected. There are a few other effects, by the way, that I didn't mention. There's like this black. It turns like the black backdrop with like lit up like windows with shadows standing in them, and they're just floating up and down. And then there's like you're in space, and then there are like houses, look almost like Doctor Who's booth flying around there. These are like buildings or something, like flying through space with like a Earth, planet Earth in the back, or some other planet with a sunset. So there are different screens, different creating different atmospheres, but it's interesting. So it's a very different approach. I like it. I don't know if I'll be in the minority or if Zach and I will be in the minority, but it's different. And some people will probably be disappointed, but I don't think you should be ashamed of it. At least they tried something. It's not like they weren't trying. Granted, in 2015, what was the song with the drummers? They tried something too, and that didn't really work, even though I loved it. So they may not succeed, but they tried. You may not disagree with the staging, but I like it. Can France or Armenia win? Personally, I don't think either of them can win. But who am I to tell? What do I know? I just don't see these two songs as winners, but I see both as potential top 10 candidates. Although France could go either way. France could go like wee or where. But she looks pretty and the staging is fun. I don't know what else to say about France. Make sure you check Eurovision.tv. A clip should be up soon for 30-second clip giving you a quick idea of what it's looked like. It's from some camera within the arena, and then Sunday she will rehearse for the second time, and we will actually be in the arena live streaming on Sunday, so you can watch that as well on esunited.com. Make sure you follow us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, because we also do live streams on Facebook from certain performances. So this is the first round of individual rehearsals, and things will change. You're not supposed to be perfect today. You're supposed to get comfortable on stage, figure out the camera angles, yada yada yada. So this is the reason why the EBU doesn't want those out there anymore, because they tend to skew the whole concept of what these people want to do, and then the odds go down, and people don't believe in the act anymore, and it's the broadcast that has all this hassle, so they don't want to have it out there. So I don't blame them, to be honest, because people will judge too quickly. Yes, we're out here and telling you all these things and maybe even enable you to do that, but we're trying to be as objective as possible and then just share our impressions. So we'll see how that goes. Hey, if it's Brian Nolan, if Germany gets 25th place, at least it's not last place. So yeah, that's what it is. So just let me just wrap this up real quick. There's going to be one last rehearsal for France tonight. They're going to do one more run through, and then we're done. Afterwards, we're going to turn this thing off, and tomorrow we'll be back at 9 a.m. Central European time. At that point, we are going to be in the arena. We're going to be live streaming from within the arena, and you get to watch the 15 countries from semi-final 2. Oh, you can hear Lavina singing in the background. There's a press conference room. So Netherlands all the way up to Israel will rehearse tomorrow, and we'll be inside the arena. You can watch all rehearsals live on our YouTube channel. They all get 20 minutes each country, and we'll do that all day until basically 3:40. So I hope you look forward to that. And on Sunday, it's the Big Five doing it again. All right, here you go. We have one more round for France, and then we're done. Oh, she's singing a whole song. I thought you just got a little snippet. The red carpet is Sunday night. The carpet is Sunday night. It will be broadcasted on Eurovision.tv. Hope you'll be there. We won't be there because, everyone is there. So why bother? We'll be at Euroclub probably getting hammered. Does it sound about right, Zach? Yeah. But there will be a lot of performances at Euroclub that you should follow. We'll be there live streaming. Do I get out a lot? Not yet. Next week. All I do is work. Well, I go out to Euroclub. I'm sorry, I'm yelling over Levina right now. I had you listen. Live. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lots of Germans in the press conference room. Yeah. No, she's not taking a shower right now. She's in the press conference, and they asked her to sing probably. Although I don't think they expected the whole song to be delivered a cappella. So now we're going to move on to one more round of Alma. Alma, show us. Maybe she's gonna have. No, there would be no fireworks. That would make no sense to have fireworks in the performance. Uh, Somebody bought me that. I had way too much soda today. I usually drink water, but today I had mostly soda, and I don't even drink that much soda. But it's so darn cheap here. I usually have water, but somebody was nice enough to buy me soda, so I had 2 today. I had a lot of coffee today because I need to have that more. I just need to wake up a lot. I just don't see Navina coming last with the juries now. I think she'll get at least a few points, but I don't know if it'll be enough to really, survive a possible disastrous televote. But we'll see. Even if she can just pull off like a third to last with the televotes and get like a 15th place with the juries, that would be enough to save her from last place. Oh, you'll see her live on Sunday. That's exciting. Can Greece win? I don't think it can win. Again, I'm not an oracle. I don't know. I'm just looking at what I've seen, and I don't think that the juries will give Demi a top 5 result. Can Greece do a top 10? Yeah. That could be a potential top 10, but there are a lot of potential top 10 candidates this year. This is the worst year to predict anything, so I don't know. The colors of France, all of them. It's not a color per se. It's
Cityscape.
Cityscape.
Colours.
That's the color, but it's different cityscapes. It's also it's mostly darker, I guess, if you want to say that, because it has like the cityscape during the day of Paris, I think, and then at night, and then it's golden at night, and then you're in space with like buildings flying around, and then windows. If you want to pick a color, it's like black, golden, maybe, but there's so much more happening. And there she is, Alma. She's on screen right now. So we'll mute it one last time, and then we'll tell you if any changes or possible special effects like pyrotechnics were used. So just hang in there. All right, so this was France's final individual rehearsal for the day. They'll get their second round opportunity this Sunday, but for that we will actually be in the arena, so you don't have to listen to me. You can only just watch it and enjoy it. I don't start all my movies with "Let's do this." All right, I won't. So, so that was the last rehearsal for France. I just got stuck here on the reading the chat. We will, unless you have any final questions, if any final questions, please just let me know. Shoot now. Otherwise, shut up. Let me tell you real quick what's going to happen tomorrow. I said already 20 times, but I'll do it one last time. Tomorrow, 15 countries from semi-final 2 will rehearse, starting with Netherlands all the way up to Israel. They'll all get 20 minutes to rehearse. And since this is their second individual rehearsal, we are allowed in the arena. So we'll walk in there tomorrow morning and we'll live broadcast from within the arena. Make sure you follow us so you get it to your screen. You can watch it. It starts at 9 a.m. Central European time, all the way up until 5:30, 3:30, 3:40 actually, technically. So that is what's happening. Please comment tomorrow too. Well, you want to watch? You don't want to hear me. You don't care about my opinion. But the nice thing is, next week, starting Monday, all we worry about are the dress rehearsals. For that, even though we'll be partially in there, the first dress rehearsal will be in the arena. The second dress rehearsal will be in here, because the second dress rehearsal will be the jury show. You get to listen in. You get to listen to the songs from the jury show. How cool is that? So, you, once again, we're not allowed to show the screens. They're going to kill us. I don't want to die yet. So, but be here for that. So hopefully you enjoyed our. Were there any final questions? Did you see anything?
I think someone just wants a final review about France. What happened today?
Again?
I just want a quick one, just for people showing up.
Oh, this one's so difficult to explain. How many people of my team are in Kiev? Well, technically 7. We have 7 people. Some people take pictures, some people do live updates. I do mostly the streaming. Then we have people doing articles. And then Sean is mostly just partying. That's his job. We have remote reporting, but with Ukraine, Kiev has been an issue, the remote stuff, because they don't tell us what's happening. Will they show us the big 5 performances in the Sunday? Anyways, just to sum up France one last time, it's Alma alone on stage by herself in...
No, that's not what they're asking. They're
I got
asking
it,
whether
I
we...
got
Yeah.
You got
okay.
that?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you said that earlier.
We're not sure if they're going to or not. But yeah, talk
Okay,
about France. Sorry.
so I'm
I'm
confused.
just trying to make
I
sure.
have like 15 people talking to my ears left and right. Alma is by herself on stage, center stage, and she doesn't move at all, right? She's actually like, she could just be glued to the stage. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just what it is. Like, she's actually just standing in one spot, center stage. She's wearing like a dress up to her thighs, very like black, pearly, glittery dress. I always use the term bedazzled, but I don't know if that's appropriate. Um, she looks pretty though. She looks very, very pretty. Um, Now what they do is, rather than make her move around, they do all the camera do all the work, like spinning around her, above her, and play with the backdrop to make it all like it's moving around a lot. Like, she's, even though she's standing in place, it feels like a lot is moving around due to the camera work and the backdrop and the floor LED. So now, what do they display? It's mostly a cityscape. Like, during the first up, it starts with like the city view. Could be Paris, could be the Eiffel Tower, so I'm not sure. But it's some daylight city from like a bird's view or from an airplane or something like that. And then later on, it switches to other things like a city at night, and then there's a lot of spinning going on, and then there is like space view with like windows flying around with people, shadows in the windows, and buildings and all of that stuff. All of that crazy stuff is happening. And then closer to the end, we have Paris at night, and the focus is on the Eiffel Tower at night. So it's like golden lights, and it looks the city almost looks like stars. And then they do this really neat spinning effect where it almost looks like Alma is spinning around the Eiffel Tower along with the city lights. And as I said, there is a lot of spinning and turning going on because that's all the camera does: spinning, turning, going around her because she's not moving. She ain't going nowhere. And for some, it may be too confusing to makes them almost dizzy. I personally really, really like it. It's just different. But I don't know if people will respond to it. But that's basically what's happening. I hope that makes sense.
So why the jury final? Why the jury show the night before?
Why?
Yeah, why did they do that?
Well, that's a difficult question, but basically what it is the idea behind it is because juries, it takes a while to gather all the points. It's not because how it works. They watch it Monday night. They're in a specific room in the broadcaster's building where they're all gathered with a lawyer in there, and they all have to vote.
All in their own countries, so they have to
Yes,
come
in their
from
country.
the country to
And they have like a
Ukraine.
lawyer in the room, so they have to put that all together. That cannot be done on that night. So then they all have to rank the countries, like from 1 to 26. And
I think they sit and discuss the songs as well, don't
they're
they?
not supposed to. They're
Don't
supposed
they?
to do that, come up with their own
I'm pretty
ranking.
sure they sit all together and discuss them.
Well, you're not supposed to come up with your own ranking, though.
Yeah, you come up with your own ranking,
Yeah.
but they discuss the songs.
That could be.
thing.
I'm not even sure. Yeah, that could be. So in the end, then they have to count it all up and then send it in, and then has to be verified by a lawyer and all that stuff, right? You don't have enough time to do that during the show because once you vote, even though there's an interval act, it takes way longer than that, especially if you're talking about 50 plus countries. So no, they have to do it the night before to make it work. I hope that makes sense. Tell Matt he stays healthy for me. I'll
I
try
told
to.
him what you ate for dinner the last 2 nights.
What was it?
Well, we had Domino's, and then you tried to go to McDonald's, and I took us to the kebab place instead.
Yeah, but we didn't go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
We had pizza and a kebab. And then I had tortillas yesterday, like a tortilla wrap. It wasn't that bad. Just because I had pizza. We all had pizza. So I'm on vacation, technically, so I can eat whatever I want. Anyway, so that's it for tonight, my friends. Once again, we'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central European Time, with the second rehearsals from semifinal 2 in the arena. Be there or be square. I've been saying that a lot. I don't know why. It rhymes and I like it. Other than that, have a good night and bye bye now.